Yo, yo, what's going on to the 0 people watching me? So, I'm not gonna wait for people to get in here this time. I know, first things first, you can see that I changed my profile picture so you guys don't have to stare at my hideous face anymore. And also want to address one thing. I know last time I said I would talk about somebody else, and it's like, oh no, I'm not going to talk about George and stuff. And well, here I am talking about George again. I do have a list of people that I want to talk about other than George, but you know, we're going to talk about George. We're going to start off by watching the 20-minute documentary made about George. Let me just find it. George Show documentary. Talk to me in the chat, by the way. Please. Please. Let me just share my screen real quick. So this documentary was made originally to make fun of George, but when he was approached by Kenny Johnson Documentaries, he demanded that he would have complete control over the direction of the documentary. So instead of making fun of him, the documentary ended up stroking his ego. So we can watch that. Hold on.
I feel like I don't know. Yeah.
I'm just going to provide commentary over it, critique it and stuff.
I want to get to that next level. I want to be on that level where I'm getting accolades and I'm getting people, my peers, to respect me, and I'm being able to get paid for what I enjoy doing. It's entertainment.
Whoa, baby, what's causing all this? This is Gorgeous George. In effect, what is going down? How are we doing tonight?
I like shock entertainment. I like to kind of get in the the face of people.
You got crap in your mouth and semen and crap at the same time.
Well, you're rude and crude. I can't believe you're on the air.
Believe it.
There's shock value entertainment, and there's just degeneracy.
Or not. And I'm thinking about you and touching myself at the same time.
I'm gonna pull the baby out of your vagina.
You want to lick? You want to suck? Right here, ladies. Right here.
Yeah, if anyone's insulted by anything we do, we'd like to repeat everything we do.
That's right. And people can sometimes take it the wrong way, but that's their loss. It's all in clean fun. It's all in what we do. And sometimes we get serious. We get very serious about lots of stuff.
We have a deficit.
Bill Clinton.
Ronald Reagan.
What I do is very unique. It's a very unique thing is what I do.
Nothing unique about it.
Hey man, let's look at the picture right here.
Wow.
I think I should arrive, have arrived. And I think that 19 years is long enough. I don't want to toot my own horn, but I've said this on my website and I'll say it again. I think I'm more talented than Jimmy Kimmel would ever be. I think Jimmy Kimmel can't even hold my jockstrap.
Well, after 19 years of doing this, you would have maybe start thinking of trying something different. That's the definition of insanity, just doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result.
You put me on camera, it would be great.
All right. So this is Gorgeous George, baby. What is causing all this? We're over here.
I get upset because I feel like I could be doing and making some money out of it and taking it to the next level. But
he had an opportunity to make money out of it, but his desire to false flag videos that were making fun of him were too strong.
Being where it's at, you can only go so far with it because it's public access.
Wasted days and wasted nights.
If this show had ratings, and I've said this before on the channel, the show had ratings, our show would pretty much be head and shoulders.
The days and wasted nights.
If this show had ratings, and I've said this before, you can only go so far with it because it's public access.
He literally just admitted it right there. You can only go so far with it because it's public access. His words, but now he thinks that he could be famous just by doing this public access show on YouTube.
Wasted days and wasted nights.
If this show had ratings, and I've said this before on the channel, the show had ratings, our show would pretty much be head and shoulders over anything that they have on that channel.
You know what we've got going on. Yeah. So if you all people can do better than me, go right ahead. But I'm on here, I'm in control, and I'm doing it to it. I'm on TV, so below me. Of course. Yes, baby. Why should I call your name when you're to blame for it making me blue?
Woo! All right, let's get this thing rolling. We're going to kick it off here. Kevin, put that thing down. All right. There's no bridges this time.
All right.
We're just
Get
coming
on
in
stage.
transition. You guys want to see this? How we doing? Come on in.
Yeah, I'm doing fine.
You're doing fine? Okay, I'm doing fine
great.
too.
Let me put
All right, baby. This is the Gorgeous George Show. We are the barometer. We are what's causing all this. 19 years on pubic.
I still don't understand what he means by what's causing all this. I don't know why he says that a lot.
Acids. Yes, that's like pubic acids. I mean public access.
I am Gorgeous George. George Alexander Yarid is my birth name.
Gay.
And I was born in Richmond, Virginia on a hot summer day in July 1968, which makes me 45 years of age. And, considering how old I am, I look pretty damn good. Considering that I got the 5 o'clock shadow going on too. But,
It's not a 5 o'clock shadow. Does this look like a fucking 5 o'clock shadow to you guys? I know that nobody's even watching this stream, but whatever. Nobody's even watching this. Why should I even bother?
Considering that I got the 5 o'clock shadow going on too. But,
It's not a 5 o'clock shadow.
I've always liked the camera. I've always wanted to be in front of the camera. I've always wanted, when I was a little kid, I wanted to be a minister.
Touch my head on the screen. Woo!
It's crazy. When I was a kid, I just wanted to get on the pulpit.
Hi,
I
Davis.
felt like I can tell everybody and just, say, talk whatever, just say whatever comes off the top of my head. I'm a ham. I mean, I like to do improv. I think that I have, the gift for getting up there and doing different stuff
The gift of fucking embarrassing yourself.
off the top of my head. I always saw movies and TV shows, and I always thought that camera work was the way to go. So I'd be on camera, be a focal point, be an entertainer, And I looked in the mirror a couple times, and I said, mirror, mirror on the wall. And I said, who's the first one on the wall? I said, it's you Italian sly fox.
I don't think he's actually Italian. I know, Deus, you have a lot of history with George. I doubt that George is actually Italian. Because Yarid, that last name, I don't think... That doesn't sound Italian. It sounds like more Middle Eastern, but... Or Yarid, I should say. But even if he is Italian, who gives a shit? Why would you stroke your own ego all the time? He's Lebanese? Alright, yeah, that doesn't surprise me. I don't understand. That's so weird. That's such a weird thing to lie about.
I am magnificent. Woo! I am wonderful. Woo! I am the great God of them all. Woo! And I am, woo! Gorgeous.
The flight was better than its rep. The stewardess were giving up, salty nuts. And I told her to go try my nuts.
It's me, but it's me in character. I am the Italian stallion. I am the Mac Daddy. There's only one Gorgeous George. Woo! I'm not gonna go woo, woo. It was a freak, But that's.
See, George is just way too fat to start talking about how sexy he is. I've talked about this on the last stream. I think George would be better if he leaned into self-deprecating humor a little bit more. It's just not funny. He just talks about how sexy he is, but he doesn't self-deprecate, so people self-deprecate for him. He's a joke.
That's part of my shtick. I'm not that arrogant.
I am the baby maker.
I mean, I come off arrogant. I'm not that arrogant. I'm really a quiet person.
So did you?
Yeah, but you were talking about how you deserve to be famous. You were talking about how you're more talented than Jimmy Kimmel just a few minutes ago. Yeah, exactly.
Say that you are at nature more of an introvert, you think?
No, I am an extrovert. I am an extrovert, but I'm not that, to say what you're saying, I'm not that character 24/7. But that is kind of me because I like to cut up and all that. And I like to shock, a little drama. But to
Shock, as in you mean talking about how you want to molest kids, George?
a certain extent. Well, on the day that I was born, it was a hot summer day. And when I came out of my mom's womb, I slapped the doctor across his face. Mom said, "That's my boy." And I said, "You son of a gun, you're witnessing greatness." Mother had left when I was about 4 years old. It was my father and mom broke up. Mom hadn't seen her for a long time. My dad was a chemist for the United States Tobacco Company. My dad was a genius. He was very rough in the exterior. You know, Dad never called me by my name, George. You know, he said, "Hey, boy." We had this little thing going on, you know, and I used to say, "Hey, buzzard." And we used to go back and forth. He said, "Hey, boy, get out of the refrigerator." And I said, "Listen, buzzard, I got you a stack of Playboys. Now, you treat me good, I'll let you touch and sniff and feel it."
That just sounds like a very abusive dynamic. That's not a flex. That's not something to talk about like it's a good thing. That sounds like an abusive father. Am I wrong? I mean, Deus, I know, like, you know about George and all that. Like, this stream is for people who are from like Jimmy's stream who don't really know who George is. Like, it's not something to talk about like it's funny or it's not a flex. Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me, to be honest.
And I love myself, and I love to tantalize myself. I even tweeze my private parts.
The old man that I do is one of my famous characters that I do, where he's always on the commode or he's having a bowel movement or something to that effect, kind of like, you know, very vile. And he wants to talk about the young ladies and that character.
So it just sounds like you. It's not really an alteration of you. It's just you.
Comes from my father a little bit, because my father was a clown. He was a prankster at one time too, and he would joke. And a lot of his character is Henry.
Oh yeah.
That's not a flex. Okay, he was trying. It sounds like he was about to admit that his father was a sexual predator, and then he immediately blocked that out with prankster.
Make a wonderful father.
Yes, sir.
He can't make a baby son.
Okay, how about this?
No.
Oh.
Good girl.
Yeah, big
That's why I
girl.
said it was artificially inseminated.
Okay.
How is this
And
legal?
freeze your sperm.
Okay. One more time for good luck.
Thank you.
Have you ever been married?
No, I haven't.
No.
No.
And you
I've come close, but I actually haven't been married. I just, no.
Oh yeah. She hawked your ring for meth?
It just seems to be when I'm in a relationship with a woman, it just gets,
Yeah. And she hawked it for meth.
for some reason, for whatever, it gets old, it gets tired. I don't like to be and put in a box. How can I say this? I don't like to be, you got to do this and you got to do that. I want to be loved and have the feel of a woman's warmth, but I just didn't want to be put in a box. And it was kind of, it's just the way it is. And I guess maybe being misunderstood in some way, or being put in a position where, misunderstood by someone. I mean, I don't know. It's just me. Everybody beats to a different drum. Is this getting boring?
No, you're fine. This is great.
Okay.
This is fine. Keep going.
Okay.
I don't understand how the people doing this documentary could put up with his ass. Like, how could they fucking praise him? Are they just like secretly making fun of him behind his back and just pretending that he's good? Or are they just as delusional as he is?
The Gorgeous George show is what we can do that night, predicated to whether we can get guests or don't have guests. We don't have guests, then we do skits. So it's a smorgasbord. It's kind of like comical, and then it's just like a bridge. So it's a kind of like a live talk show with a mixed variety of stuff.
Also, what else is going on? Stay tuned. You're watching the Gorgeous George Show.
And it is the Gorgeous George Show.
So it's him. That's going to rise and fall on him.
Kevin is, without Kevin, you know, Kevin keeps the level going. Kevin is very gifted, very talented.
I was in a show last week.
So, George, if Kevin is so talented, why don't you ever give him the credit he deserves? I mean, you make it all about yourself. Like, I've seen clips of his shows. He makes it all about him. And he, like, tries to talk over Kevin and stuff.
Dude, I love being on television. I think television is so exciting. I'd love to be on a TV on a regular basis. George and I talk about doing it every day if we could, but we do it only a few times a year.
Kevin brings energy, and he's very gifted in what he does. You can almost do any voice impersonation, voice impressions, and whatnot.
You know, I would have loved being on the Gorgeous George show. Well, Gerald Ford, 99 times out of 10.
I mean, he was eating a Royale with cheese and some mayonnaise.
He's a hoot.
I have
and he
no
just
idea
comes out
what
of left field.
Talking about.
And sometimes when when he's here and I'm here, we kind of feed off each other. It's kind of the ebb and flow, and it just flows.
I have no idea how anybody is able to follow what George is saying. He is so bad at articulating his thoughts.
What is that? I think I hear our guest.
They're fart jokes.
I don't like to be looking at script. I mean, you can do script, and it's good to remember your lines and all that. But the beauty of it is, there's no script. It comes out to be a little bit more funnier when it's off the cuff. It's like remember whose line is it anyway? Or anywhere, it was where Drew Carey and Wayne Brady did their thing. Very talented people did their shtick.
You don't even know what you're doing.
Oh, yeah? Let's see how. Here's some water I've been drinking out of. Let's put it on his head and see if that works.
Sometimes it's hit and miss, but when it does hit, it hits. And I'm not saying I'm the
why does he have to scream like that?
Person out there, but I'm pretty close, and I think that we do make it funny.
I know that our show is the Howard Stern audience. We appeal to 13 and 14-year-old boys.
Okay, so you're going to hypnotize me to have an orgasm.
And it's going to be an orgasm like you've never had. So keep your eye on that part right there. Just follow it back and forth. And calm.
I don't know. Could be. Might be. Who knows?
Like shit like that. That's not. I don't understand how anybody would find that funny. I mean, it's shocking. You call it. You can have shock value can work sometimes, but you have to have humor alongside such shock. It's just all shock and no humor.
If you like comedy, you like dark humor, you like political satire, bathroom humor, then yeah. If you don't, then flip the channel. I don't mince any words about it, because I say to these people, if you don't like what I do, don't bitch about it. You have a remote, flip the channel.
I've told the station this, and I've told the station this. If you want to take me off, go right ahead and take me off. If you want to take me off this part of this channel, go right ahead and do so. I don't care. I don't need this channel. I don't need this channel to do the Gorgeous George show. Woo!
We've had a lot of people, and
I mean, he's technically not wrong there. I mean, he is on YouTube, and his show got even worse.
Get into people not understanding if we said the word pussy or said the word penis. Oh my God, these are medical terms. And if they're being said out of medical terms, then it's inappropriate. So we were censored left and right. It was bogus. It was BS. I mean, we weren't hurting anybody. We were just pushing the envelope.
You're not going to see any other show like mine on this channel. You're not going to see any other comedy show like mine on this channel. So you know what?
He goes on about how his show is unique, and at the same time, he compares himself to Howard Stern.
Enjoy it, praise it.
If that's not a contradiction, I don't know what is.
Is that first word? Bitching about it. Yeah. Oh, find me. I don't care.
There's been many times when I wanted just to say that, come to a point where all good things come to an end. And I've, for the past couple years, wanted to stop doing it because of the direction of where the station was going. The station's been through a lot of turmoil. The station has the equipment. It's always been a problem with the equipment and whatnot.
And I hope you enjoy Gorgeous George's farewell performance. Well, no, not farewell performance tonight. This is his first farewell performance. There's going to next year. You'll have a second farewell performance.
Shut up,
have
Kevin.
A string of maybe 40 or 50 farewell performances. But
The show itself has become more of a hobby. And for what it is, we've been doing it for almost 20 years. And it's to a point where, by default, that there should be, I mean, we do it. We do it like we do it every single day. But the bottom line is we're not getting paid. Not getting paid for the God-gifted talents.
So do something about it. If you want to start getting paid, don't rely on other people to start paying you. Like, try to accomplish your goal yourself.
That's right. Okay. That's right. The God-gifted talent.
That's right. I'm not disagreeing.
Okay. You ought to be the Joker.
And you can see how offended he can get even by like his own co-host. So imagine how he gets like when he's around trolls. I mean, I know you already know all this, Deus, because like have like years of experience with him, and like this stream is like kind of meant for people who don't really know anything about George. I know you already like know all this stuff.
going on, and
George is ready. It's ready.
Okay. Is there another way to?
Why do you want to see? Waste it.
All right, just hold on, Kevin. Just run that until we get this thing set up. All right, come on. Yeah. All right, listen. We're using 2 cameras, right? We're using 2 cameras or 3. 2 or 3 cameras.
Let me tell you, I think that I think the cable access cable access channels. I think cable TV. I think everything is kind of phasing out. We're in sort of a evolution of internet technology and getting to the point where anyone could have a show on the internet. So
the true basis of television and entertainment is television. Television is what is still there. I mean, that's where you get all your.
He just said that the basis of television is television. He's so dumb.
Shows that.
TV is very powerful and the TV will always be powerful because it is this little box, and this person, these people are in this box.
Oh, I don't blame them.
Well,
Anyone would.
This is really public access is really threatened all over the nation. It's like, they shut it down left and right.
You could tell that this guy right here wants to fucking kill himself. He wants to kill George and then kill himself. Like, he's done with life.
Yeah,
years taking everything to the internet, basically. People are taking everything to the internet.
Well, I mean, no, it's a matter of the franchise agreements and the FCC and whatnot. They're allowing the cable companies to get away with murder. I mean, just not paying anything.
Yeah,
and that's what they're threatening to do here too.
Oh, that's great.
It's just not pay any franchise fees.
Right. There are so many people that are talented, whether they be in Wyoming or whether they be in Indianapolis or wherever they be or whatnot. There are a lot of people that are so talented and they're gifted, but then they can never get. It's all in timing. It's coming in the right place at the right time. And I believe that a lot of people out there that can get that big break is called being at the right place at the right time.
You admit that Virginia is not the entertainment mecca of the country, that if you wanted to do your show and take it to the next level, it would have to be somewhere else. Is there any chance in the future that
maybe
that you would have?
Who's the sec? Who's no? Of course, then we have the new invention called the internet, and of course, the new invention of the internet is where people can do that, where they can stay in their own homes and stay in their own territory and still be famous or infamous or whatever you want to call it. But
It is the key.
Could be the key, you know, but sometimes it could be. Sometimes it's not the key.
Yeah, I'm here. Oh, hey, how you doing? We're trying to do comments or questions tonight. Okay, well, you know what? That's your mama's fat. You know, she's calling you to come home for breakfast. Matter of fact, she's got a dildo waiting for you to strap on. Well, strap on dildos and strap on and teach you a lesson. Thank you very much. Line 2, you on the air. Okay, you're not.
George, how you shit in?
Okay.
So basically, you're a dumb fat.
Yeah.
Now, getting into this degree of people that harass us on the internet, who steal intellectual property that doesn't belong to them, then that gets to be.
Yeah, nobody stole intellectual property. They put their own spin on it. And you also stole the name of a wrestler from the 1950s.
An issue.
Ooh, a small group of fans have obsessively dedicated an online database of insulting information, pictures, and videos about George. Well, he asks for it. Like whatever. Like the people making this documentary, Kenny Johnson, trying to make us out to be like bad people. It's like whatever.
He's all constipated. How about that? Yeah, buddy. Just rub it in his face like that.
I like the Japanese boys. They're special.
Yeah, you're special, all right. Special ed. How about that one?
Let's be real.
Oh wow, how clever!
You and I
George.
have this ongoing thing upon, brush your feet off and let it fly. Don't worry about it. And whatever. This is what I'm saying. You don't nearly get attacked as much as I get attacked. I am the main focus, and I'm the person that gets attacked.
So he's trying to turn it into a competition of who gets attacked more.
You don't get attacked, not even the nth degree.
Yeah.
And if you did, you would see things differently.
Okay.
So let's get real about this. These people have nothing else better to do because they're self-loathing son of a bitches. Self-loathing son of a bitches that stroke their little pud for other people. Okay?
Oh, hi,
and let's be
OBC.
real about this. Okay? I don't care. But you see, I live my life and I do my thing every single day. And they think about me every freaking day.
You think about them every single day because every show you have, whenever you're not making jokes about how you want to molest kids, you're going on about how you hate the trolls so much. I'm doing fine. I mean, I'm trying to get people. Most of my viewers regularly are people from Jimmy's community, but it seems like they're not really interested this time. But what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to people who watch WTRD, like you guys, they already know about George. When I cover George, I want to get people who don't know who don't really know about George at all. That's kind of what I want to do.
And I'm sorry, the internet needs to be policed for simple reasons as this. But we don't know much about it. It's new to us. Well, get these authorities,
So the internet needs to be policed? Fuck off. I hate this guy so much. If you can't handle the internet, get off the fucking internet. I know this. People like to fuck with me too sometimes, and then I just laugh it off and move on. You're not special, George. You're not this ultimate victim. Other people have been fucked with online. Like you, some more than others, but you just have to learn from it and move on. Or you can just ignore it. Either just laugh it off and move on, or just ignore it.
These police officers, the judges and all that need to learn about cyber stalking, and they need to learn that it's an issue. The internet on an ongoing basis of constant attacks on individuals, constant attacks on someone who they don't even freaking know.
Shut up, George, you fucking hypocrite. A minute ago, you were just saying that everybody who's making fun of you has a little dick. So it's okay when you do it, but when somebody else does it to you, then it's not okay. Like, I hate you so much, George.
To say that they're a cartoon character. No, this is a real person you're fucking with. Okay? It's a real person that you're messing with. I am a tax-paying person. I live a simple life. I do what I can. I am blessed in several ways. I have this house right here that I live in that I inherited as a kid.
Spoiler alert, it's no longer his house.
Inherited as back 10 years ago, that I've lived in as a kid back in 1972. I've got a nice little Mercedes wagon. I have good things. I have good things in my possession. I am lucky. I'm fortunate in lots of ways. I get down on myself.
Like, another thing that pisses me off is George was like kind of handed success on a silver platter, and then he took a big shit all over it. He had a big inheritance, a free house that was fully paid for, and he had an opportunity to make money off of his show. Like, even if it was people making fun of him, he could still he could still capitalize off of it. And then he took a big shit all over it. Like, you know how many people would kill to be in a situation like that? Like, it was all handed to you on a silver platter. And then you just fucked it up.
When I don't make enough money, I feel like if I don't make enough money, I get down on myself. But let's face it. That is pretty much what it is. I'm happy. I'm blessed, but I'm not fully content with everything. I believe that I could be doing a whole hell lot more and be getting paid for what I am God gifted talent that I have. And I do believe I could get paid for that and should get paid for that.
If I made more money, I wouldn't be any happier. Really, I wouldn't. I could probably afford more projects, maybe a bigger budget.
Let me let you know something.
But that's about it.
I don't care what horseshit anybody feeds to you, what kind of horseshit you're feeding right now. Money is the essential root. Money is the answer. Let's say these trolls that want to throw spitballs and throw daggers at me and whatnot. If I got paid a whole bunch of money to be a cartoon and to be picked at, and they show like Jerry Maguire, you show me the money, then guess what?
You have to work within the realms of reality. Like, and you could have, there was a chance. Like, if you didn't go on like a spree of like false flagging videos that were made about you, like, you could have made something from it. You could have made something. But like, it's too late now. That ship has sailed. Like, nobody's now is going to walk up to you and just be polite and say, oh, hey, I'll pay you $50 so I can make fun of you. That's not happening. You have to be realistic.
I'll be the cartoon. Wouldn't I really like it, but give me the, money changes everything.
True.
Why haven't you seriously tried to move to California, move out of the Richmond market, and try to actually pursue something?
You don't have to live in LA to be famous. Okay, there's a lot of people out there. A lot of people out there that do entertainment. They don't have to live in the big cities to be famous. Kenny Powers, pretty much. Daniel McBride started in Fredericksburg, Virginia, doing his spiel. Actually, he stole my look.
Nobody stole shit from you, George.
I would move in 10 minutes for the right opportunity for with a woman or with a business or a entertainment opportunity. So yeah, I have no problem with that. Yeah.
So what's keeping you here?
Nothing's keeping me here. Nothing's. I would, like I said, I'd leave in 10 minutes.
But you want to make sure it's the right. There's a lot of scams out there. There's a lot of people when they'll do scams in LA and they'll say, "Oh, we want." Let me finish, please.
Speaking of scams, Eugene was telling me about how he fell for a Nigerian scam. So if he wants to run his mouth about scams in LA, maybe he should stop falling for scams of people claiming to be Nigerian princes.
Let me finish. A lot of
And look how obnoxious he is to his own co-host. It's not a good look.
people out there that will tell you, "Oh yes, we're doing a film," and you go out there, and a lot of people that will go out to Los Angeles, and it's a hoax. It's not the real thing. It's not. Let me finish, please. It's not the real, genuine, real McCoy when they're going out there to And of course, you have to have an agent is very beneficial. I think you can be your own agent as well, but as long as you can read between the lines and be able to see what's there, and be able to know what's real and what's not, because there's a lot of hoaxes out there.
You go where the opportunities are, and I have no problem. I have no problem. I make friends everywhere I go. I have fun everywhere I go.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm pretty sure.
In fact, this is actually not really my kind of town.
Well, that's where you're from. I mean, you're from Hopewell. You're from Hopewell, Virginia. Come on now, be real, man. Hopewell, Virginia.
Hi, Mr. Frosty. Now we actually have a viewer that's from the Jimmy community. Hi, Mr. Frosty. If we're watching more of George, there was a documentary made about him that unfortunately stroked his own ego even further.
From there, yeah.
That's right.
So what?
So there.
Yeah, but
be true to your roots. Now, come
are
on.
you okay, Mr.
Yes,
George?
yes.
Are you just like everyone in Richmond?
No, I'm not
You're
like
different
everyone,
from
but
everyone
I
in
am
Richmond.
true to my
So
roots. I'm true to my roots. When when they ask me where you're from, I am from Richmond, Virginia, and I'm proud of it.
Good.
Proud of it. Richmond,
What's
Virginia.
up with his sleeve? Why is his sleeve ripped?
It's very beneficial, I think. You can be your own agent as well.
Where the opportunities are, and I have no problem.
Well, that's where you're from. I mean, you're from Hopewell. You're from Hopewell, Virginia. Come on now, be real, man. Hopewell, Virginia.
I'm from there. Yes. So what?
So there.
Exactly.
I'm from Richmond, Virginia, and I'm proud of it.
He's so nasty.
Proud of it. Richmond, Virginia. And I prefer.
I understand
what
that,
I have
Mr.
to do
Frosty.
and continue what I do until we can't ride the horse anymore. Like I said, it's there for us. How we started the show is through public access, and until we get into that late nights, kind of thing, basically, that we're gonna be there on public access until we get that big break.
And it's never gonna happen. If you just wait for things to happen to you, this is what, not just George, this is what everybody on every human being needs to learn this lesson. You can't just wait for things to happen to you. You have to make it happen yourself. You can't just live and hope that you're going to get this big break one day. How about you take matters into your own hands and not stop relying on other people? I mean, I have problems with this too. I'm not claiming that I'm perfect, but George is a prime example of that.
I've been waiting 20 years for my big break.
Okay, well that's you.
I've been waiting 20 years for it to be an overnight sensation.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's also you, George. You've been doing this for 19 years at the time of this documentary, and even further.
Glass is half full, not half empty. You need to practice the positive PMA, positive mental attitude. Yes.
Okay, I'll do that.
You do that? Okay.
Kenny Johnson and Brandon Hardesty, I don't understand how these guys in good conscience could make this. Because from what I understand, they were originally going to make this to make fun of George. But then George was like, oh no, I want full control. And they were like, okay, yeah, let's change our minds. We're going to give him full control of this documentary. It's Oh. He exhibits, yeah. George is still door dashing. Oh shit! Look at this, George himself. This was a great documentary, and I look back at it with pride in a great chapter on the internet, seeing as it's still around practically 10 years later. Thanks goes out to Brandon Hardesty and Kenny Johnson. This was done right with my hands to the mix, giving the correct narrative. Everybody wins in this documentary. Shut up. Like, it really shows how pathetic your existence is if, like, 10 years later, you're still reminiscing about a documentary that was originally made to make fun of you. It shows how empty your life is. Hold on. I'm gonna fuck with him. There we go. Anyways, so now that we have that, I'm going to show one of his Rager videos. And again, Lewis and Deus, I already know that you guys know like way more than me about all this stuff. But if people who don't know about George, they want to like come after the stream ends and then learn about him that way. Hold on. It's hard because he like titles them all the same, but I know the thumbnail. I just need to find it. Yeah, this might take a while. I'm trying to find like one of his like old Ragers. But it's just titled Gorgeous George, so it's going to be kind of hard to find. I think it was before he got kicked out of his house. It was when he was still living in there. I think that this is it. Hold on, let me like this. Hold on. Before I play that, I'm going to pull up this other video that might give some context to what George is raging about. So, okay. So I understand that this other video I'm about to play was uploaded by a person who WTRD was beefing with, another guy. So I want to preface that what the video I'm showing here, I'm not supporting the guy who uploaded that video. It looked like he cut a lot of stuff out of context. But this other guy involving Sean, I know Sean's also in your community, and this other guy named Matt Wilson, there was a chat log between them, and it looks like this guy, Smegma Unlimited, uploaded that. He was also beefing with Sean, and he uploaded that and cut a lot of things out of context to make Sean look bad, I guess, but it was actually Sean doing a troll on Matt Wilson. I know you guys can correct me if I got anything wrong, but I'm in no way associating with Smegma Unlimited. Lewis, Deus. You guys know way more than I do. But I'm going to show it. I'm not going to play the music because he plays disgusting music in this one. But no, fuck it. It's boring without the music.
Don't pull your butt for self-elation.
Yeah, and again, I'm taking all of this with a grain of salt because I know Smegma Unlimited, he's not a good person. So I'm not taking all this information as at face value. But in this chat log, George brings it up in the next video I'm about to play.
They call that masturbation. If you do it once, they say you'll burn in hell. You can't go whack upon your weasel, or drive your 6-inch diesel, to go flog your own dolphin without sin. Some other folks call it beating on the bishop, helping Mr. Happy, spanking on the monkey, jacking the beanstalk, or waxing a carrot. But you know it's got a real name, they say. Don't pull your butt for self-elation, cause they call that masturbation. If you do it once, say you'll burn in hell.
I'm going to turn off that music. That music is fucking disgusting. I don't think anybody wants to hear that. I feel like it needs to be showed so it can provide some context. I know that Sean was trying to, he was trolling this guy, Matt Wilson. That's what I think was actually happening. It's pretty gross. But I'm trying to Zach Mackey. Oh, I thought he was talking to Matt Wilson. Somebody named Matt Wilson was involved in this, but I'm glad that we got that out of the way. Now I can actually show the entertaining part.
On the fly, this is going to be something that this is going to be on the fly. This is going to be something that's going to be said and done real fast here. I'm actually trying to make some dinner here and doing something, trying to keep a productive life going on here. But I'm trying to be very productive. I just started doing doing some videos, putting some videos on my channel. Good video. This last video was a productive video and whatnot, and I knew that certain son of a bitch was going to go ahead and start making comments about me and start talking, getting personal, trying to analyze me. Narcissistic, you are a homosexual, okay? I'm narcissistic, you are a raging homo, and I'm narcissistic. Let me tell you something.
Oh, okay. That makes sense then.
I've been working. When's the last time you worked? Last time you worked was back in 1999, okay? You have nothing on me. You can't even freaking go out. You are a social outcast, okay? You need to be put in an institution. This ain't going to take more than 5 minutes. You want to pass judgment on me, trying to analyze me, saying that I'm narcissistic? You are a raging homosexual, okay? Ain't nothing wrong with that, but that's what you are. You beat your mother verbally, you verbally assault her, and you physically assault her. She was on the phone. She told me you beat her, okay? Honest to God, I believe her. Okay, I don't think that was any acting job. You have so many. If anybody is a pathetic liar or is a pathological liar, I should say, you are a bona fide pathological liar. Let me ask you a question: do you work and do you live with your parents? Both questions to those. I got the answer to those questions. Okay, you do not work.
you haven't worked. You get disability, okay? And you live in your family's home, all right? You are a liar yourself. You're going to make another video. This video had not a damn thing to do with you. And you're going to make a video trying to attack me. This video I did had nothing, a damn thing to do with you, okay? If anybody's a liar, you're the liar. You live in your parents' home. You live in your parents' home, and you're like in the house 24/7 just about. And when you do go out, your mom takes the little black Volkswagen and takes you to the mall to meet your boyfriend because you can't drive. Okay, your mom transports you around. All right, you get disability, you live in your home, and you want to sit here and talk about this, that, and the other. You haven't worked since 1999. Okay, so don't come talk to me. You told Matt Wilson that you're poor. You told Matt Wilson that you were molested. Okay, that would explain a lot. You were molested. So before you try to analyze me, someone you really don't know, take a good look at yourself. You are a peculiar individual. You're a homo and you're peculiar. Pass judgment on me, look at yourself. You do look like the Danny DeVito penguin. And I said penguin, that's what you look like, the Danny DeVito penguin. Okay? Do us all a favor, go play in traffic and have a semi-truck run you over. Okay?
Jesus Christ.
You are a useless piece of shit. A useless piece of shit that needs to be done away with. You need to be ousted. You need to be put out of this world. You are a waste of breath. You're a waste of air. Okay? And your mom is disgraced. Your mother is disgraced. Your whole family is disgraced because you are a distinct. The California State Police need to put you in an institution because you need to go in an institution because you're loco and you're mentally unstable. All right? What kind of relationship are you in? Huh? What kind of relationship are you in? With that queer-looking guy with the nose ring in his nose? What kind of relationship are you in? Okay? An emo, goth-looking gay piece of freaking nature, okay, that wears a mini skirt and a dress. Go to Facebook, folks, and you'll see him wearing a little dress, a little skirt. You've already, Matt Wilson owns you, and I own you. You are a worthless piece of shit. Sean Brennan, there you go. All right? Keep it up. You are a worthless piece of shit, Sean Brennan. You're gay, and you want to pass judgment on me. I'm productive with my life. I do things. I have more talent in my pinky than you do in your whole entire existence. You're just a human piece of waste that needs to be done away with. Fuck you. Fuck you and go to hell. I am Gorgeous George. You do another video, I know you will. You are a piece of shit in my book. I'm productive. Answer the question. What the hell do you do for a living? Answer the question. Show us proof that you don't live in your folks' house. Okay? You live with your mother, you beat your mother, and you're a chronic masturbator, and you go online trying to pick up potential boyfriends online. Okay? Matt Wilson exposed you, and I'm exposing you, and I exposed you by letting the world know what your mother said. Get over it. I'm on TV. You're not. You're a piece of shit. Okay? Go to hell. I am Gorgeous George, and you are a raging freak of nature. Okay? Woo! Woo!
So I didn't want to talk too much over that because it was just too funny. So a couple things with that is just, George, first of all, get a better camera. It's just the lighting was very bad. And second of all, I think it was just, it's so funny about how he gets any slight smell of information, whether it's right or wrong, he'll jump on it. And then he'll just feel the need to project it out to the world. Like you saw what he did to Sean. It's like, oh, you're a homosexual. You beat your mother. You live in your parents' home. Like he just throws out all of these accusations without proof. Just because he wants to like get a gotcha moment on it, the people who are trolling him. I just think it's funny. I think it's funny. I think his old ragers are 100 times more funnier than his actual show. He's only funny when he doesn't want to be funny. But unfortunately, like I'm entering the scene late, and he's gotten older, and then he doesn't really yell as much as he does anymore. Like I wish there was a way to like de-age George by about like 10 or so years so we can get back to like the days where he was really mad and entertaining. But hopefully if I keep this up one day, he'll make a video about me. Fingers crossed, hopefully. But hi, Aiden. Yeah, and like you said, Lewis, like he'll just get any whiff of information. I mean, like when he's genuinely mad, he is funny. He is so funny when he's mad. And another thing is like, oh, I'm narcissistic. You're a homosexual. It's like those are two very different things. Like you calling Sean a homosexual doesn't really do anything to the accusation that you're a narcissist, because you are a narcissist. Calling all of your jokes are about how sexy you are. So and you might say that it's a character, but you do exhibit narcissistic tendencies. And calling someone a homosexual isn't really going to change that. But hold on. I feel like there was another video I wanted to play. Hold on. Well, I'll play this one. This is a newer video for Aiden. For Aiden who's watching this.
Midnight at the Oasis.
So flash forward, he's no longer living in his house. He's now living in a van.
Send your camel to bed. All the good loving we could have is all inside of your head. We are the champions, my friend.
You're the champion of being homeless.
We are the champions. There ain't no time for losing, 'cause I am the champion of the world. All right. I'm going to say this real fast. Busy day today. I've got myself some new suits at Dillard's. Wow. I got some real good suits at Dillard's. I'm looking pretty damn smooth, pretty damn sexy. So all the girls
you
will
don't.
be knocking at my door. And come this week, it's the holidays, baby. It's called Jismas. Merry Jismas.
Another thing, he calls his birthday Jistimus. That's another thing as well.
And then the 12 days of Jismas, my good love gave to me. Well, of course, my good love gave to me 12 presents. 12 different days celebrating Jismas. And on the first day, 1 golden rubber, 2 calling birds, 3 French hens, 4 wooden clubs, and 5, I don't know how to say, 5 sexy ladies all want to go down to Gigi's Decker. Woo! Woo! Yepper. 1 golden rubber for safe sex, but I tell you what, I don't really use that. Hey, I'm not in the joking mood right now. I want to say just one little something, a little something. So, throughout all of this stuff that happened,
George.
throughout all this rigmarole that happened, they want to do an interview with me. They were planning to do an interview with me. Or so this prick wants to do an interview. I said, $500, pay up front. If you want your interview, I'll give you an interview. $500 freaking dollars if you want your interview.
Yeah, you're so fucking entitled that you want people to pay you $500 to have a conversation. Like, shut up, George.
So, okay, GG. I said, but up front, you send it to me. Send it to me. And, fuck you. I'm going to continue. You know 500. I said, fine. And you want to fight me? Let me tell you something. 5 different encounters.
I think he might have been talking about you, Dace. Is that true? Because I know there's like rumors about a fight between you and him. I want to know if he's referencing you or not.
5 different times when it was time to fight, these a-holes never showed up. Now you think that you can impress me with all your shit. You're a little pint-sized runt, and even on my worst day, I could have Kevin kick your butt. Kevin could kick your fucking butt. All right. I think that what I need to do is send Roger Kohler to you, and then we'll go ahead and film it, and maybe you and Roger Kohler can manscape each other.
So flash forward for the people who don't know. That actually did happen. I don't want to play it because apparently there's like a legal battle going on. But the guy he just talked about, Roger, actually fought WTRD. So that actually happened. So what George said kind of came true a little bit.
Ease and move and play with each other's pubic hair and all that. We can film it. You and Roger Kohler, Eugene, can get together and do some manscaping together. Twirl your pube and
okay. So he's talking about Eugene
out there. I think that would be very good for the two of you all to do that. I don't know what Roger's running his mouth off about. I don't really care. I know Roger's running his mouth off. Don't really give a damn about that. And I even got a phone call this morning from the foreigner himself that's saying that I'm scared. Oh, I'm scared of the boogeyman. I ain't scared of the boogeyman. I ain't scared of you, okay? You are fictional, okay? Fictional. You have zero credibility. Zero credibility. And you don't show your face. I had a clean shave today, by the way. I was using some nice and clean shave. Man, I'm looking really good. I'll get my brand new checkered suit on.
Nobody thinks that you look good, George. You look nasty.
Tell you what, I'll be the man that's causing all this. And I am what's causing all this 24/7. And I find it so funny that we get somebody out there bastardizing what I do.
He showed me that video.
Bastardizing by reading the book. You had
when I
Ernie
first
the
came in
reading my book there. What's his name? Luis, or is it Ernie? Yeah, Ernie.
Oh,
Ernie from Sesame Street. He was
talking about you
that night. I think it was his birthday. He couldn't handle his liquor. He was like puking up a storm, and he was like reading the book, and he kept going, dude, you could do something. I mean, I don't think you learned. I don't know the language. I don't know if you're from Puerto Rico, where you're from Puerto Rico, or if you're from Spain or whatever. But you couldn't even speak English or even read a book. That book was very readable, and yet you couldn't read it. So I think you should go back to lessons how to read.
He's talking about like Lewis there, I think. Like, you want to talk about how he's not able to read? I mean, I don't think that's the case. I mean, he's in chat right now, and he seems way more intelligent than you, George. Way more intelligent than you. I think, yeah, you're so dumb, George.
All right, Eugene, you want to fight me? Eugene, you want to fight me? Put your wife up. Well, I don't even know what your wife looks like. Your wife could look like a hefty bag. Your wife could look like a hefty bag. I will say, look, she does have a nice little voice. She does have a nice voice. But that being said, look, put your wife up. Let's see some pictures. See, you're a coward. You don't show your face. So,
why the fuck does he want to see pictures of his wife?
I want to fight you. You want to fight me? Snap a picture of your face so I can take a look. But I already know that you're not. It's all a ruse. You're a lot of mouth, just like the rest of them. A lot of talk, a lot of noise. It's all a freaking ruse. 5 times before, and those 5 times before, not a damn thing. Not a damn thing. No show. Just snapping pictures from afar. You want to set the date? You want to set the date? Oh, you're all so prompt. Hey, you're pathetic, Eugene. You are pathetic. You're a loser. You want to fight this? You want to fight this?
And And you're not a loser, George? I mean, what aspect of you is a good quality? Do you have any good qualities, George? Any real accomplishments? I mean, I think it's kind of hard to argue that you're not a loser, George. Living in a van, you're obese, mid 50s, single. I mean, there's nothing wrong with being like single by itself, but if you want to talk about how sexy you are and you're still single, like that's kind of weird, George. And everyone leaves you. You don't have any family. You're a disgusting person, George.
I don't think so. Not on my worst day. Not even on my worst day could you handle this. I'll put you in a fucking Cobra clutch. I'll put you in a fucking sleeper, literally, and you would go to sleep. Ah. And you're happy and you know it. Say GG. GG. When you're happy, when you know it, ladies, say GG. GG. And if you're happy and you know it, and your pussy's really stirring, it's really going saying meow, say GG. GG. If your pussy is stirring, say GG. Ladies, if your pussy is stirring, saying meow, say GG. If your pussy is stirring and your face will want to show it, smile for GG and say GG. If your pussy's stirring, that is. Meow. GG.
This is like what you would hear at like when you're working at an insane asylum.
Come on, Eugene. I'm waiting for you. Come on, Eugene. You're a puss. All a ruse. That's all it is. There's a lot of talk. You think I'm
It was not a ruse. They actually showed up and then you ran away and crashed your van.
stupid? $500, $500, and you think I'm going to let you just talk the talk, and you're not going to pay me? You think I'm going to let you just talk shit and not pay me my $500? You paid me first, but I knew it was a ruse. I played along, but I knew it was a ruse. Anyway, hey, I'm happy, I'm content, and things are going to get better through the holiday season coming up here. Merry, Merry Jicemass, and a happy New Year's here. I am GG, and you're not, and I'm what's causing all this.
Yeah, so more bullshit from George. I want to play one more video. We're flashing back and forth in the timeline, but I want to really capture how George is like when he has a guest on here. We also assumed that he'd taken the money and had someone paid him up front. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. That would piss me off too. Yeah, absolutely. The fact that he would specifically ask for it up front. Yeah, no way. I feel like, yeah, he would definitely have Varan. 100%. But I think it's actually really entertaining to watch George. Like, if he gets a whiff of information about somebody, even if it's wrong, he'll just run with it. Sorry, I can't talk. And he'll just start shouting about it in his Rager videos. Like, if he ever talks about me one day, I'm actually really curious to see what he's going to say. But I'm going to show a video where he has a guest on.
Hi there, ladies and gentlemen. This is Gorgeous George. We're here in a secret location in Miami. I can't tell you where that location is because it's a secret. And now, I've been planning this interview for a while, and we've been talking to.
Oh shit! What's up, WTRD?
Her people talk to my people, and we pretty much planned this out. Of course, I was going to do an interview with Madonna, and she kind of like told me no way. And then, of course, I was going to do one with Britney Spears, and she's in rehab, so we couldn't do that. But better than those people, we've got someone here.
So right off the bat, that's such like an obnoxious thing to do. It's like, oh, unfortunately, we couldn't get this person or this person. So the next best thing, and I'm going to interview this person we have here. Like, that's not what you say when you interview someone. That's just really fucking obnoxious. Like, especially when they're right there and they can hear you.
Here that
Dumbass.
is better known as the queen of rock and roll, the queen of leather. And she's big in the UK. And she's been big everywhere. Miss Susie Quattro.
Yeah, very good introduction,
I'm doing fine.
George.
Yeah, good.
And now I will say,
We're going to slide right in now.
we're
Here we go.
going to slide right in
Yeah,
here.
okay.
A secret spot in Miami.
Yes.
You know, but we can't say where because
Better known as, no, I won't do it now.
No, we can't say that. But I'm glad I have butterflies in my stomach. You know, I feel like I need to bow down to you. You know, you are a legend in the rock and roll bit, and you're big in the UK. And you know, of course, a lot of people know you for the Queen of Leather Tuscadera, and Happy Days. Let's go. We'll get to all that in a second. Let's break it down to in the childhood years when you were a little girl, a little baby. What inspired you, and what made you know that you wanted to be a rock and roll star?
Yeah, that's an easy answer.
All right, let's hear it.
I was 6. I think it was January the 6th. It might have even been or 8th.
And I know the story too. I know the story also too.
Oh yeah,
I did.
I saw. I was watching the Ed
Just
Sullivan
let her
Show
talk,
with
George.
My
Like,
eldest
what the
sister
fuck?
by 9 years, so she was a teenager, and on came a guy called Elvis Presley. Remember, I'm 6, and he was doing All Shook Up.
Right.
And my sister, because she was a teenager, was screaming. So I was watching her scream and thinking, what's the matter with her? Watching the TV, and I was getting pulled into the screen, and I'll never forget it. And he went, And at 6 years old, I had my first sexual thrill. Absolute truth. I didn't know what it was.
What the hell?
But I
God
knew
damn! What the
was that.
fuck?
And quickly followed by my father coming in, looking at us two and saying, that's disgusting, switching it off. I was going to be him. It didn't occur to me he was a mage.
Honey,
I just want to analyze the part with George. Like, I don't, like, respectfully, I don't really care. Like, I just want to get the part with George. Analyze how he acts.
You know, and it was, you know, whether you're a big Elvis fan or not a big Elvis fan, you get the privilege and the pleasure of going into there and getting to find out a lot of stuff. It's very somber. You know, you get in there and you sit down, and the man, you know, and of course he's buried right with his mother and his father right there in there.
I know.
Obviously, and I think the Presley sold Graceland. They sold it, you know, but it's
Graceland?
a experience. And whether you're really into his music,
What the hell?
you earn so much respect for the man.
Oh God, yes. There's nobody like him.
Yeah, I mean, there's
Never
only
will be.
there's only one Elvis Presley.
That's absolutely correct.
I don't know why he had to
So
separate
at that time, then you
separate
knew
this
that
interview
child,
into
you
parts.
didn't know what.
Like, it was so hard to just
you were giddy. And you said,
put it
"This
into
is my
one
goal."
video.
I want to be him.
Yeah, sure.
And there was no gender across. I mean, you just say, "Well, I want to be him."
Yeah, it never occurred to me that he was a man. I didn't think about it. Don't think about it now. I just knew what my path was going to be.
Right.
And then when I was 14, I was again watching the Ed Sullivan Show.
Right.
And the Beatles were on.
Right.
So the exact right age to love the Beatles. All the girls called each other, you know, 2 sisters that we knew,
Right.
another girl, and we decided at that minute that we were going to start an all-girl band, which is what we did. So that started. I was given the bass because nobody wanted it, so I started to play the bass.
Right.
Fell in love with it. Then at 18, I saw Elvis's comeback special. So he was wearing leather. And at that point, I had then married.
Oh,
the other
okay, I
uncle who
see.
wanted to be like Elvis, and it's kind of like everything went like
2010?
this.
Right.
Yeah.
And
That's probably
my
why.
youngest- There's a point to this. My younger sister came into the band to be lead singer. I kind of took a back seat and just played bass for about a year.
Right.
And it was in that particular band that Mickey Mouse came over from
And also, can you stop saying right? Just let her talk, George.
and saw us. He only liked me. And it was like from that year of not being in the front of the band, which I
I'm
always
trying to get
was,
the
that I
points with
married
George.
the bass playing. And then when the bass playing became more important.
You said you got mixed cultures.
Oh, big
no
time.
doubt. You are from Detroit, Michigan, I believe, right?
Yes.
Born and bred in
Born
Detroit,
and
Michigan.
raised.
Okay. Do you ever go back to Detroit much? Do you ever visit?
I used to go back a lot. The last time was 89. And then my parents moved. My dad had a heart, bypass, and they wanted to be near one of the daughters, so that they moved out of Detroit down to Dallas. And I haven't been back to Detroit since '89, but I do want to go back because I like to reconnect with my roots.
Yeah.
And I will go back soon.
Do you have a big family? I mean, how many siblings do you have in your family?
It's a big family. 4 girls, 1 boy, all musical.
Right.
15, 16 grandchildren. Big family.
Big family. Yeah. Yeah, because like I said, but being Italian, I'm Italian too, and of course I use my hands when I talk.
Bro, who cares about you being Italian? Like, why do you have to make the whole interview about you? She's talented. It seems like she's talented, and you're not. All you can talk about is how sexy you are. Like, shut up.
I'm holding mine down. Yeah.
There you go. Now, let's go back. When you were 18, you formed a group with your sisters, right?
14.
14.
And you're not
You formed a group of
Italian.
Sisters, better known as the Pleasure Seekers.
Yes.
Okay. Tell us more of that.
Well, like I said, it was done because we saw the Beatles, and the idea was to have an all-girl band.
Right.
And in fact, I just saw one of the original members 2 days ago. She's still a friend of mine. We know each other since 11. And everybody kind of chose an instrument, and they did. My older sister, Patty, said, "You're playing bass guitar," so I started to play bass.
Right.
Although I'm schooled in piano and drums.
You play the piano very well?
I read and write. Yeah, I love piano.
Just in case.
I love piano.
Just in case. We got it back there.
I play on stage. I do a couple songs on stage that way.
Right.
But I am really on stage a bass player. That's where I come alive.
Right.
Yeah. So this went from 14 till 1964 until 1968-ish, and then it changed into Cradle, which was another mutation of the Pleasure Seekers. And at that point, one sister left, another one came in, and we started to write our own songs, and that went on for a couple of years, 1.5 years, and then I was discovered by Mickey Most from England.
Okay. Now, what year was this now? Songs such as that. These were songs that were before Stumbling In.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, God. Stumbling In was way down the line.
Okay.
All right. So nothing to tell. It wasn't as telling as I thought it was going to be about George, but it was just the person he was interviewing, like talking. But let's see if I could find like a better video. One thing that I also noticed is that George creates like these alt accounts to like repost his own videos, which like doesn't really make any sense because like he would get the most views on his main channel. Like he'll create an alt account just to post like one video. But trying to, sorry guys, I'm like trying to find like what would be a good video. Fuck. Hold on. Shit, I don't. What would be a good one? Hold on, I'll play this one. So this was back in the Jamie arc, I'm pretty sure.
I'm going to say this, and it doesn't require me to say much more of anything.
I'm assuming that this is after like I know Marty McFly's channel is down currently. That's what I was told, and I think this was directed at Marty McFly back when Jamie, the whole Jamie stuff went down, and the calls came out and the text messages came out.
There are people that are so damn freaking desperate that they will do anything and say anything and bring up anything. You have no fucking idea what you're saying or what you're talking about. No fucking idea whatsoever. And you want to implicate, there is a barrier to not to be crossed. There is a barrier, there's a fine line in the sand. And people need to respect that. When you cross that line, when you cross that barrier,
How about you respect consent laws and like maybe not rape people?
you've gone way too far. I'm going to say this without even saying much more of anything. Marty, I know I've said this before, but I'm going to say it again. You have crossed that line. Okay? If ever you've heard me anything to say, if you ever heard me say anything this time, my friend, and I don't call you friend, I call you a freaking Looney Tune. I call you a con artist. You have crossed the fucking line. Believe me, you have. You think you know what you know, but you don't. But
I don't really know anything about Marty McFly since his channel is currently down and was down when I got into this, so I don't really know much about him.
Take care of this.
But I know that George did rape her, so
you should not be implicating people. You should not be talking about shit that you have no knowledge of. You have crossed that line.
He had knowledge of it. He provided evidence.
That line. I'm going to get your identity. I am going to take you and I'm going to figuratively and literally rip you to shreds. You understand me? You have gone way too fucking far. And now it's time to fucking pay for crossing that fucking line and getting into people's real world. I'm going to find out information about you. I'm going to dig up all.
So you're mad at him getting into your real world when you literally are threatening him you're going to get in his real world.
All the skeletons. I have no skeletons. I loved a woman that passed away. I was in a committed relationship with her, on again, off again, and I cared about her deeply. You motherfucker, Lowe, have crossed that line, and I'm going to take care of the situation for doing what you did, trying to intervene in my business. You're going to wish you never fucking did that. Trust me when I say so.
So, there it is. That's when he genuinely gets mad. There's ragers, in the old days there were ragers where he shouts and throws chairs. He'll throw a chair, but then when it's about stuff that it's when people are just making fun of him, he'll get mad and throw a chair. But when people start calling him out for the dark shit with him, the dark and disturbing stuff, he'll get really mad and he'll try to sound menacing like this. You have crossed the line. Trying to sound intimidating or something. I don't know if there's anything else to show this time. Wait, hold on. The thing about him making alt accounts earlier. Hold on. I could have sworn I saw this. George will create a sock account just so he can repost his own video. I could have sworn that he does that. I swear, am I just hallucinating or something? Or Well, I can't really find that, so I'm not going to bother showing it. So instead, yeah, I'm going to play a call with Jay Smith. Jay Smith. I love Jay Smith. He is funny as shit. Let me see if I can find the one with the drone. There's one specific call. I'll just play this one. Hold on, I'll just... He'll make an account titled, like, Gigi is the man, and he will literally just, like, re-upload that video. But maybe, I don't know. I'll play a Jay Smith call instead.
Woo! Guess who?
Fuck you.
I'm about to go on a kick, bitch.
You know what?
It's your best friend, Jay Smith.
Fuck yourself. Okay? You're that little swerve that popped in there at the station. I saw you.
Oh, did you? Did you? What'd you do, bitch?
Shut up.
I'm about to raid that urn, you motherfucker.
You were wearing that Raiders cap. I know who you are.
Yeah, you were about to be wearing my foot up your ass, bitch. Where's that urn, bitch?
I'm gonna tell you something.
Where's that fucking urn?
Went to my hey bitch, I'm talking.
Go ahead, talk, you fat fuck.
We went to the parking lot and you put a disgusting thing on my windshield.
Did you like it?
The library.
There's more to come, bitch.
You know you drive a Dodge Ram, right?
Oh, do I? Is that what you think I drive?
Security saw it on the camera and they got your tag.
Who told you that? The Chinese lady at the alteration shop, you fat fuck?
I've been sitting on it.
Yeah, you're sitting on something, you're a fat ass.
I'm going down to get your identity.
Go get it, bitch. Go get it, bitch. Maybe I'll go to the cemetery. Maybe I'll go to the cemetery. Maybe somebody needs to piss on your father's grave again, you fat fuck. Yeah. I'm gonna bring some shit to your father's grave and smear it all over the headstone, bitch.
I would love to catch you do that. That place is secure.
And they did it.
Oh, yeah.
And he did nothing
I've been there a
about
few
it.
times, bitch.
God forbid, if I ever catch you there,
You won't do shit. You won't do shit. You can't rape me, bitch. You can't rape me, you bitch.
And let me add to that, Sherlock. Let me add to that.
Go ahead, add on.
I know what you look like.
Oh, do
I
you?
know what you look like.
Oh, do you? Do something, bitch. Do something.
I will definitely know and be on the alert for your fucking lame ass.
You gonna show up with a golf club, bitch?
Soak that in your
I've been
brain.
following you for months, motherfucker. Months.
You are very touchable.
Yeah, you'd love to touch me, wouldn't you, you fagala? You'd love to touch me.
Just to give people a little taste of that. I love Jay Smith when he argues with George. Like, George and Jay Smith, they're like really funny together. Like, I could watch the two of them argue for hours on end. And luckily, there are videos of that. But I don't know if there's anything else to really cover this time. But I'm going to try to do another stream tomorrow. Tomorrow it is going to be about somebody else. Somebody new. That's not George. So like nobody like Lewis or Deus, like they already know all the stuff about George. So this time like it'll be completely new. I think I'm gonna start ending it. So thank you guys for watching. Like I really appreciate it. And I'll see you all hopefully tomorrow. I'm gonna try to stream. Yeah, but the guy that I want to talk about tomorrow, he is fucked up. So I'm gonna end it. I'm gonna play a track. Thank you all, Deus, Lewis, WT, Aiden, Mr. Frosty. Hold on. I'm gonna give you guys wrenches. Lewis, you get a wrench. Deus, you get a wrench. Yeah, there you go. All right. Thank you, everyone. See you in the next one.
every dream stay with you like a lover